Right then, there's a walk around video rather for a Honda CR-V. It's a 2-litre EX manual. Lovely looking car, finished in black. One of these facelift models, which looks absolutely fantastic on the car, especially actually in black with all the extra chrome and silver trim. Side steps fitted to this car, which again has a visual punch to the car. It looks really nice on the vehicle. Front of the car is really clean, lights and lenses there. Clear, intact, without any cracks or condensation. Bonnet exceptionally clean, can't see any obvious stone chips on there. Near side, lovely and smooth in the panel work, no car parking dinks that jump out at me. Near side front alloy, looks pretty much unmarked. Panel works absolutely lovely, I have to say. It's only just been washed off, not even polished, so got rather natural gleam to it. And near side rear alloy, again, lovely and clean. WITEC tow bar fitted, removable one, we've got the keys for it as well. And then to the back of the car, we've got the new style front end, rear end with the chrome strip and silver trim. And then off side of the car, driver's side, again, lovely and smooth in the panels. Side rear alloy, again, pretty much unmarked there. And the main panel works absolutely lovely. It's not to say that there won't be the odd microscopic mark, but there's nothing that just leaps out at me as I'm walking around the car, as quick as it might be before the rain comes. But the car is lovely. It's coming to the back of the car now. As you can see, electric tailgate functioning perfectly. Huge boot and beautifully finished inside. This one's been kept in very nice condition. It's coming to the back of the car now. Wide opening rear doors, absolutely enormous amounts of legroom. It is ludicrous. 6 foot tall, and I can sit behind myself with room to spare, and it's been kept very, very nicely. Coming on the passenger side, again, lovely and clean. All areas nice and clean with an original set of mats throughout the car. Coming on the driver's side, again, very, very nice. All areas nice and clean. The driver's seat itself, for a car that's now 8 years old, is superb. So inside the car now. Engine as always running, so the dash can be seen illuminated, which looks pretty much like new. Sat nav working exactly as it should there. Pop the camera reverse, you can see rear parking camera, likewise working exactly as intended. And that obviously complements the front and rear parking sensors on the car. Coming down, it's just been kept really, really nicely. Up to the main dash binnacle, and then pan in there for you, 52,198 miles, and the only warning light currently showing on the car is for low fuel. There are no warning lights on the vehicle at all, but it is very, very nice in here. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda CR-V. It's a 2-litre EX manual. Car's registered LL15VAK. And mileage at the start of the road test is 52,199. The reason for all of these videos, and especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's looking at any of our cars, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. The reason we feel it's important is very simple. It's because we want to, like many people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or the description, only to get there and find out it's got an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car, which can be hugely frustrating. So coming to the car, it's been very, very well looked after, which is immediately obvious when you drive the car. Engine starts instantly, settles to a smooth, even idle. No warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. And temperature gauge is running at a 3rd, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Honda vehicle. I always say it, and I mean it, Honda build the best 4-cylinder engines in the world, and it's for a variety of reasons. The ones that people know best, they have a reputation for reliability and longevity absolutely unmatched in its class. They're also cam chain driven, so there's no cam belts to worry about on them. But more than that, they're just a lovely, lovely engine to use day in, day out. It's flexible, tractable, economical, quiet, smooth, refined. But when you do put your foot down, you get a little bit of an induction noise, a sweet edge to the car. It picks up, it revs, and it keeps revving. It's a lovely, lovely engine. It really is. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch in the car, absolutely fine. Bike points are exactly where it's meant to be. And then a gearbox, one of the best gearboxes you're ever going to use. It's first of all, it's positioned exactly where it should be, so your hand falls naturally to it. The angle, plane of change is perfect. But where it differs from most in its class, it's so short in throw, so kind of snappy in action. It's a gearbox you thoroughly enjoy using rather than feeling as though you actually have to use it. And that feels exactly as it would have done when it was new. There's zero wear in that. Steering and suspension of the car, steering, track's nice and straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit. Suspension is set up for family use day in, day out. And this is where my blood boils when I see some road tests. They say, they're not very exciting to drive. Well, no, I suppose in that sense they're right, but it's not actually meant to be. What it does do, it does absolutely brilliantly. So you've got steering, which is really nicely weighted. It's not that horrible light or vague feel that you can get with lots of cars. It feels meaty on the road, very solid and secure, but the steering is very precise and accurate. It flows through corners brilliantly, these cars, because unfortunately, when you're looking at sort of taller vehicles, quite often you can end up with a car that kind of lollops about, lots of body motion that can be particularly nauseating for rear seat passengers. And the genius of the CR-V is the fact that when you go through corners, it feels tight and taut, but it still allows a very comfortable, compliant ride. If they went to satisfy the petrol heads that like to drive these cars on road tests, in the videos and motoring press, then you'd end up with a very hard ride, which was great for clipping apexes and sliding around, but would be utterly hopeless for what most people use them for. So in that sense, Honda got it exactly right, but they've known this for donkey's years because it's been the best-selling SUV in the world for a long time. Incidentally, no rattles, clonks, nothing from underneath the car at all. Absolutely solid as a rock. Brakes on the car, really, really good on the vehicle. No pulsing, no vibrations coming back to the pedal at all, so all in fine fettle there. Finally, coming inside the car, as you'd expect of any Honda, beautifully put together, and I mean really well put together. No squeaks, no rattles, it's robust, but a lovely place to sit. Very comfortable, brilliant visibility all around, huge wing mirrors to complement, you've got parking sensors and camera, of course, which all help, but the immediate feeling when you're inside the car, you feel very much in control of it, because the dash layout, again, is very simple. Just a couple of days in the car and you'll have mastered it. It's that easy. Textures of all the materials very carefully chosen for to be robust and withstand family use, and they're very good at that. But all very easy. Sat nav, you can see, working perfectly. Again, Doddle to use. I think it's probably Garmin based. It looks like it. Down below there, you've got a dual zone climate control system, which again is simplicity itself and separate from the screen, which is always lovely. As with all Hondas, every single switch or button or knob you twist or turn, you're met with a very high quality feel to it. They really do make every single switch and button feel beautifully engineered, which they are. That pumps out ice cold air, by the way, because we checked it in a nice warm workshop earlier on, so all working exactly as it should. Heated seats, again, likewise working exactly as intended, so all good. Dash binnacle in front is simplicity itself. Crisp dials, easy to read and take the information in, as Honda always do. Joyfully minimalist by modern standards, actually, which is massively over fussy. And then you've got this lovely leather bound steering wheel, which feels great in hand. Finally, this is a four-wheel drive version of the CR-V, because not all of them are, although there's a total absence of any buttons to operate it, because it does it for you. It's basically, the car runs in two-wheel drive front wheel drive pretty much the whole time. Honda worked out very quickly that the vast majority of people will be driving as I am right now, where you don't need four-wheel drive on. So basically, if the front wheels start to lose grip, let's say you were pulled away on snow, mud or ice or something like that, it seamlessly brings in the rear wheels to give you four-wheel drive. It's brilliant. I've used it umpteen times when towing a caravan, and it's been fantastic for that. The advantages of the system are patently obvious. By running front-wheel drive, you're minimising tyre wear, fuel use and mechanical strain. It's a brilliant system, and because it's only partially used part of the time, incredibly reliable. We've never put a spanner on one of these from memory in all the time in this business. The car drives beautifully, cannot fault it in any way.